Hey guys, this is Alec, and there are two things I wanted to talk to you about. First, if you have heard of the book Goodnight Moon, then you'll probably really appreciate this. An author, Adam Mansbach, I believe how you pronounce it. He's a novelist, as I had just said. He's an author and a dad. Well, he one-ups it. He wrote a children's book called Go the to Sleep. That's what it's called. And this is the article has a sample of the book. This is what it says. The cats nestle close to their kittens. The lambs have laid down with the sheep. You're cozy and warm in your bed, my dear. Please go the to sleep. No, I think this is hysterical. They actually did a poll on the article, and they said, what do you think of the book? In 8,206 votes, 84% thought it was hilarious. 11% thought it was appalling, and 5% said they're and 5% said they are too sleep deprived to decide what to think. So, I think that is actually hysterical. I think it's a brilliant book, especially because it is written and illustrated like a children's book, even though it's not a children's book. So, I'm not gonna buy it because I don't see the point in buying that book, but I think it sounds hysterical. The next thing I want to talk about is Apple is being sued for two different things. First, with the iPhone, apparently Apple has been tracking the location of the phone. They say that the iPhone and the iPad has the ability to be tracked, that they can see where it has been, and it can get apparently very, very detailed. It will show wherever you have been with connection, and that actually Google admitted to tracking Android phone users too. So if you have an Android or iPhone or iPad, you could be being tracked. Which means they would know where you have been, and from what I've heard, like, it gets really, really detailed. So I think it's wrong that they're doing that, especially because when there are some apps when you can choose to use location services. If you hit yes, that's one thing, but if you hit cancel, no location services, I don't think they should be able to track you. So I hope that lawsuit goes through. But Apple is also being sued over kids' in-app purchases. Now, some of the things would be like apps that are free but have in-app purchases, or really cheap apps that have in-app purchases. So, apparently, it says in one article that Apple's facing a lawsuit from a Pennsylvania man whose 9-year-old daughter racked up $200 in charges by buying Zombie Toxin and other games. So, all the in-app purchases from those games really rack up, and a kid isn't going to really understand how it works. Like, the main one that I've heard is the example of Smurfs Village. It's free to download Smurfs Village, but you need Smurf berries to get farther in Smurf Village. But you have to buy Smurf berries. So a kid might not really be thinking about that. They're just thinking to get Smurf berries, and eventually they've racked up hundreds of dollars in in-app purchases without really realizing it. So, tell me what you think. First of all, do you think the book is hysterical, or do you think it is wrong, and why? I also want to know what you think of the Apple lawsuits. Do you think they're going too far with the suing over tracking allegations and or the in-app purchases? And whether you say yes or no, I want to know what you think of it, why you think the way you are. So I'll put the links for the stories down below. This is Alec Rivard, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.